Hi everyone, I'm Jeff and you're watching Outdoors in the UP. I wanted to make a quick video. I'm going to try and keep this short today. I wanted to make a quick video of the top link and side link, tilt side link that I installed on the 3-point of my tractor recently. I'll show it to you first. Here's the top link, obviously, and the tilt link for the side. Those are Cat 2. And I see I've got a glare there. I'll try to get it from the side. Maybe that's a better picture. Before I go any further, I'll leave a link at the bottom of the video. I bought these, both of them, from AgriStore USA. I heard about the website from watching a video from Tractor Time with Tim. And when in his description, when he was talking about them as he installed them, he said, by the way, the company's in Indiana, so it's a U.S. company, not Amazon, although you may be able to get them on Amazon. I'm not sure. But he posted the website link, which I'll do as well. And he stated that these are made in Italy, not China. So if that's the case, I'm much happier to buy products from Italy than I am from China. I'm not positive on that, so if it turns out that they're made somewhere else, send the hate mail to Tim at Tractor Time with Tim and not to me. In any event, just a little advice, regardless where you buy your top and tilt links from, if you opt to buy them, always make sure they have this piece on the top and this piece here. That's called the check valve. That's what stops the cylinder from drifting over time. Like if you shut the tractor off, or even if it's running, sometimes you'll notice your loader, if you leave it sit, will drift down. That's because there's no check valve on that. Having these check valves will prevent this from flopping in or out, or the side link from going up and down. So that's the one thing. Also, and it wasn't the end of the world, I bought these. This is a Cat 2 rear end 3-point, and these cylinders were made for Cat 2, meaning these holes here are a different size than a lot of guys who have the Cat 1 stuff. So even though I got the correct cylinders, this one fit perfectly, needed no adjustment. This one, the top fit fine, but at the bottom down here, this hole wasn't big enough to shoot that pin through. So I had to drill it out so that the pin would fit. Not the end of the world, but that's thick steel, and it was no joke to drill through. And so I don't know if they give different options as far as pinhole size on their website. I haven't gone back to check. I may have just ordered the wrong size if that's the case. But in any event, you want to check that too. Also, and I'll show you, I'm going to start the tractor and move it around so you can see. But after you install this stuff, you're going to want to come back and slowly, that's why I'm glad I have at least this adjustment in the rear. Not everybody has that. After installing these two cylinders, you're going to want to move everything slowly, because now your angles have changed. I believe that I did something when I first installed, and I think the cylinder was making contact with the PTO shroud. Now, I haven't been able to duplicate it again, but if I do, if I remember correctly, it was just barely touching this tang that sticks up. If I can get it to do it again, I'll just come back with a grinder and cut that part off and then rattle can it so it doesn't rust. But mine didn't hit like in a bad way anywhere. But you do want to check. It may hit your drawbar hitch. It could hit something else. So if and when you install these, cycle through everything real slowly the first time to make sure it works. So that you don't bend or break anything, because if this came down too far, you could really bend the PTO shroud and maybe some other things as well. But give me a second. I'll start the tractor up and cycle this through so you can see it. Put this down so hopefully you can see it better. All right, top link out. Side link. believe. Now, I'm guessing everybody could see the advantage to having this when using a box blade, especially to get the angles. Sometimes you just want the scarifiers to dig in, so you tilt it forward and you can go that way, or you just want the leveling, the cutting edge in the back to dig in, so you can tilt it out and do that side to side. I think it'll also really come in handy. I've got a set of 3-point pallet forks that go on back here. And I use IBC totes, IBCs, not IBC totes, IBCs. And I put firewood in those, and then I put the IBCs out in the field so the firewood can dry. Well, when I go, obviously the field's not perfectly flat. So when I back in to pick them up, if there's undulations in the ground or anything like that, it can be hard to get the forks under the IBCs. So with the tilt side link, that should really help compensate for the unevenness of the ground. But just a short video, guys. I just wanted to show you that. Again, the name of the store, the name of the website is Ag Restore USA, and I'll post the link down below. Don't quote me on this, because your machine very well could be different than mine, and the prices on top links and side links can vary greatly, whether they're a category 1, category 2, or the stroke length. But I want to say I paid about $500 for both of these. So they're not cheap, but they, depending on the use of your tractor and your application, they could definitely come in really handy. So hope everybody enjoyed the video. I hope maybe you could learn something from it. If not, I'm not going to talk about how to measure. There's 100 videos out there telling how to measure the hydraulic cylinders to put on. But if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. Hope you have a good day, and I'm out. Peace out, everybody.